So this baby is going to be born. You need to place a cloth on the mother's abdomen. What do you need for your resuscitation? You need your ambu bag. Yesterday I put some cord in it.
And the smaller one. And the smaller one. The smaller gallipot.
You need your ambu bag. And you need your masks, depending on the gestational age. If it is a small baby, preterm baby, you need a smaller mask, and it is marked there 0. And the normal size baby, you need mask number 1. It's here. Then you need your ambu bag. So you need to test before you start the birthing. It says you should be prepared. It is not a screw under you turn this, you just fit it on. And you place it in your palm. Put your 4 fingers on top of the mask. Press the mask towards your palm. This is to ensure that you have formed a seal. All the spaces should be closed. So you test. So it is working. So you test before you start the whole procedure. You need your cord clamps or cord ligatures. You need a gallipot where if you should suction, you need to put the fluid in here. You need your cup. You need your hot sheets. You need a stethoscope, because at a certain time, if the baby does not cry and you bag, you will need to call a helper. And when the helper comes, you will need to tell the helper what to do. To check the fetal heart, you need your stethoscope. And in training, you also have this chart. And you have this flip chart, which tells you what to do. So you need to prepare your birthing area, the resuscitation area. Ensure everything is there for you, so that you don't run up and down, you are calling and nobody is there to help you. But you need to identify the helper at the beginning of every birth. So now, Etta will be my helper. And for this chart, it's like the Ghana flag. Red, yellow, green. When you are in the green zone, you have all the items that you need to prepare. When you are in the green zone, you give birth to a baby, and the baby, you can see here, is breathing and crying. So you keep warm, check breathing. Every time you have to go and check. So you put the baby skin to skin, you put the cap on top, cover baby and mother. So you don't cut the cord immediately. But what do we often do? When we are here, we cut. No. Wait 1 to 3 minutes, or when cord pulsation ceases. That is when you clamp and cut the cord. The baby is here. So you can continue to do whatever, removal of placenta, etc., etc., etc. The baby is on the mother's chest whilst you are doing those things. Then, You have a baby. The baby you've dried, you observe. The baby is not crying. What should you do? You clear the airway and the baby starts to breathe. You go back there and continue down there. You have a baby with meconium stained liquor, or you have dried, you have cleared the airway, you have stimulated, the baby is not breathing. Clamp and cut the cord. There you don't wait for 1 to 3 minutes or whatever, or else your baby will die. And go straight and ventilate with the back. And that should be within the 60 seconds. That is the golden minute for the baby. So if it's meconium stained, you clear the airway before you dry. Or else, if you dry before, what will do? When you are dry, you are stimulating the baby. So what will the baby do? So, like that. So, you clamp and cut the cord here. You start your resuscitation within 60 seconds. You ventilate at the 1 minute. You observe. The baby is not breathing. What should you do? You call for help. That is why you need to identify a helper. So, you call for help. Perhaps you did not form a seal around the baby's mouth and nose. So you adjust your mask. The helper comes. You improve ventilation, but the baby is still not breathing. Ask the helper to check the heart rate. Why you don't stop and say check heart rate? No, it is air the baby needs. So you bag harder. Perhaps you were pressing like that. Now you have to squeeze the mask harder for more air to get into the lungs and let the baby breathe. So if you improve ventilation and the baby starts to breathe, go with the mother and then here, the baby is not breathing, but the heart rate is normal. That is the helper checking. Then you bag harder. The heart rate is normal, and the baby starts to breathe spontaneously. So you go there, you come there. But this one, the heart rate is normal, but the baby is not breathing, or the heart rate is slow. The baby is, so what do you do? For both, you continue to ventilate and you seek advanced care. You need somebody else. So if you are in your hospital, you are in a hospital, so the pediatrician is around, get him informed, get the anesthetist informed, and then you will have they'll come and help you and do whatever they can for the baby. So your care will end there. If you are in the village and the baby is not breathing, don't give the baby to the parents. I've tried to make your baby breathe, but it's not breathing. So you need to go to Keta Hospital. This is the letter. Take and go to Keta Hospital. Go and find transport and go to Keta Hospital. Then you do bye-bye. No, it is not bye-bye. You know what to do for the baby. The mother and the father, they don't know, or else they wouldn't have come to deliver your place. So it is your responsibility to continue to bag whilst on the way, and then bring them. You can best explain what you have done for the baby, not the mother and the husband. And make sure you document the processes you went through so you can tell your story. And when they bring to you, don't say you kept the woman there. Next time she won't come. Is it not true? She won't come. But it is teamwork that we are doing. That is why we have referral points. So if you are in difficulty, you move forward. If you are the same like eclampsia, if the woman comes, you check the blood pressure. It is so high. You give your Maxol, the loading dose, and you transport. You should have written everything down. You go, you tell your story, you have written everything down. So they should accept, because at your facility, it says when you give magnesium sulfate, within 12 hours, the woman should have delivered. And you don't have those services in your facility. You can't do cesarean section there. You can't augment a labor there. So what do? Carry to Keta Hospital. And when she gets to Keta Hospital, hey, trouble for her. Why did you keep the woman there? You say you gave magnesium sulfate. You don't know that you don't have to give magnesium. Well, every facility health center should have magnesium sulfate as well as the antidote. You can give loading dose and transport. That will prevent the woman from getting into fits. Because if you are going to sit in a vehicle on a rough road, that will even necessitate the accelerate the fits coming on. Because the road is rough. And when you give, the woman will stay calm and you can transport the woman to the hospital. So, Etta, your baby is about to come out now. So, when you deliver and it needs any help, I will do all I can to help it to breathe. I only need your cooperation, and then you keep observing what I'll continue to talk to you about your baby. Okay. So let's say this is a normal baby who has been delivered. All I need to do is to clean Akraya. So this baby, this baby is breathing. So all I need to do is to change the cloth, put the baby on the mother's chest, skin to skin. So I'm placing your baby here. Place your hand on the baby for me. So you put the cap on. So you observe the baby for me. Look at, I want you to observe whether it is breathing continuously or not. If it is not breathing, you call my attention. So somebody, I would have gone in there and there is no baby in there. The oxytocin will be given by my assistant. Then I will wait for 1 to 3 minutes and then I will so the placenta is on. The baby is crying. Then I'll continue to do all that I have to do here. And when I'm finished, I'll leave the baby there for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I can go for the baby and do whatever measurements, whatever my vitamin K and all the jazz I have to do for the baby. But I'll explain to the mother, okay, now it's 1 hour, I'm taking this baby. I have to measure the baby and I have to give the baby some medications. So I'll just do it here beside you so you can see what I'm doing for the baby. So you take the baby there. Any question?
I didn't see suction.
No, this is a normal baby who cries at birth. You don't suction. If the baby, after drying, if I dry and I look and the baby is not breathing, that is when I will suction. But this one, she breathed at birth, she's crying, she's okay. I don't need to suction. So you can have a baby who breathes at birth. You don't need to do anything for the baby. It is not every baby that you suction. So if this baby, after drying, I observed and it wasn't breathing, I look, it wasn't breathing, then I need to suction. And before you suction, you need to get the air out. You turn the baby's head to us. Don't suck in the throat. Very often that is where we suck from. We should suck from the cheek, because as soon as you turn the baby's head to one side, all the fluid will drain into the cheek. It is not in the throat. So you suck. You suction. And then you look, you rub the back. And you observe. If the baby is breathing, skin to skin with mom, you have finished your work. You tell the mother to observe the baby for you. But if it is meconium stained, will you read that place?
So, with the meconium stained, wash hands and maintain clean technique throughout.
Yes.
Prepare and check equipment.
Yes.
Position and clear airway.
So when the baby comes out, but you need to cover the baby. Yeah, let me turn and put the cap on.
Dry the baby thoroughly.
When you are dry, don't do this. Don't dab. You are stimulating the baby. Dry, 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 and dry.
Remove the wet linen. Evaluate if baby is breathing or not.
So you look.
Position and clear the airway.
Okay.
Stimulate breathing by rubbing the back.
Good.
Recognize baby is not breathing.
So the baby is not breathing.
Cut the cord. Move baby for ventilation.
Okay. So, Antiota, your baby is not breathing yet, but I'm trying to help it to breathe.
Okay.
So I'm sending the baby to